My Stubborn Mum by Wong of Harrington Park, 2567. Narrated by Janine Penfold. Wow! That's fantastic, Mum. They fit you perfectly. Are they comfortable? Do you like the colour? Mum kept nodding her head and was happy that, finally, after walking for hours, we found her a pair of comfortable ladies' shoes that fitted her well. We always had trouble buying shoes for Mum because her feet were really tiny. Especially after migrating to Vancouver with my brother's family, it was impossible to buy shoes for her because she refused to wear children's shoes. Please get me another pair of shoes like this pair, but brown in colour. I asked the shop assistant to get Mum another pair. Mum tried them on and decided to choose the black pair and gave the brown pair back to the shop assistant. I leant forward and grabbed them both from the assistant. Ah, Mum, we want you to buy both pairs. Both colours look great on you. My two elder sisters immediately stopped trying on their new shoes and came over. Yes, Mum, I actually think the brown shoes are really nice too because you wear brown pants all the time. Buy both pairs, okay? Eva, my second sister, took the shoes from my hands to show Mum again. Mum kept shaking her head and insisted that she only wanted one pair of shoes. My eldest sister, Ava, quickly walked over to Mum's side and ordered Mum to buy both pairs and took them over to the counter to pay for them. You would not believe it. Mum got up quickly and ran to the counter, took one pair of shoes from the assistant and repeated that she only needed one pair, while the three of us responded by putting our 2 fingers up towards her face and insisted 2 pairs. The lady assistant shrugged her shoulders and walked away to look after other customers. I felt so embarrassed that the 4 of us made such a scene in such a high-end shoe shop in Nathan Road. My sisters and I started persuading and negotiating with Mum. We explained to her that it would be wise to buy both pairs as she only came back to Hong Kong once every 3 to 4 years and that we could afford buying her 2 pairs of shoes, etc. She kept stating the same thing. One pair is more than enough. After a while, she simply put the black pair of shoes into her bag and started walking out of the shop. While I was chasing after Mum, my sisters quickly paid for them. On our way home, we did not talk much because the 3 of us were still really annoyed with Mum's stubbornness. Well, actually, she had been like this all of her life. Her motto in life was, "Hold fast onto what is good and right." Famous Chinese idiom. Mum had always been a very determined person. Maybe if she did not have this kind of personality, she would have sent 1 or 2 of us, most probably me and Eva, to the local orphanage instead of high schools and universities after my father's untimely death in his early 50s. At that time in Hong Kong, there was no Centrelink, social welfare, for people like us, refugees from mainland China. Having no one to support us, Mum worked day and night to put food on the table and to make ends meet. We thus learnt, from a very young age, not to waste food or money and the importance of holding the family together even in the face of adversities. The quivering silhouette of Mum bending low over the sewing machine in the dim, flickering yellow glow was what I remembered when Eva told me on the phone that Mum had passed away. Though my father had a Master of Law degree in China, Mum was not highly educated. Most of the time, she found it hard to tell us her thoughts and ideas. Being the youngest, I spent quite a lot of one-to-one time with my mum when my elder sisters and brother were at school. Whenever I asked Mum a question, her usual reply was, "You'll know the answer when you grow up." By the time we became young adults, her replies changed to, "When you get to my age, you'll understand." I retired at the start of the COVID-19 pandemic. During the lockdown, I decided to tidy up my wardrobe. Having worked full-time all my life, I have different kinds of formal work clothes, but not many casual wear. My plan was to throw some of the older work clothes away and buy some new leisure wear. Finding the clothes was still quite new, I started talking to my husband. Who says that we cannot wear work clothes to supermarkets and lawn bowls? I'm sure I have enough clothes to wear until the day I cut myself short, put one hand over my mouth because flashbacks of the shoe shop scene suddenly came back to me. I was happy that I finally solved that age-old query of why Mum did not want an extra pair of shoes on that day. She did die a few years after that trip at the age of 89, and for older Chinese people, they never say words like die, death, dead, for these words will bring bad luck. However, I was greatly saddened too. I knew at that moment that I had reached my mum's age, though I was still in my 60s. The end.